Okay, I shall begin over here. I'm on page 159 of your workbook. We are going to go through the last segment regards to compass directions, solving problems with compass directions. And I want to highlight this part about reading instructions. Earlier on during your English examination, I got at least 2 people who asked me about some instructions, such as, hey, this page, for example, a certain page in the paper, I didn't remember wrong. If I didn't remember wrongly, it was after the blank page. And then it was question 15 to 18, I think. And then 2 of you asked, this page, am I supposed to put it in the OAS as well? And I put my finger to the, and I said, read the instructions carefully. It's written there. And what I can understand is that many of you did not bother to read the instructions. You just quickly jump to answering the question. That is a dangerous move. It's like driving without reading the signboards. So the same thing applies for next. Please, especially read the instructions. One of the most common problems, I still remember previously, like for example, in this kind of question in the mock paper that you just supposedly have done over the weekend, one of the typical problem is never read the instruction. And then when the question asks for how many pencils are left, you're busy writing the whole sum, the quotient and remainder as the answer. Even though you did the working correctly, you didn't identify correctly, is it the quotient being asked or the remainder being asked, you get the answer wrong. Likewise here, asking for parrot or cats, never read carefully, give the wrong one, also wrong. Likewise here, one of the most important information on this page for compass direction actually comes in the first line before you even see this picture. Because the first line gives you the most important information, Ravi is facing north at first. And in some questions, he may not be facing always north at first. So if you don't look carefully at the instructions, you miss out a point, you will do the whole question wrongly. Write the angle which Ravi needs to turn to face each place from north. From the starting, needs to turn to face at the end. Write the angle in degrees. During an exam time, this table may not be given to you. It might be just blank. If you never read the instructions, if you are writing the compass direction as in north, south, east, west, or northwest, southeast, this kind of answers here, you have scored the question entirely wrong. But where's the clue to write? If the table is not given, the clue is here. Write the angle. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So always practice your RACE. Read the instructions. Don't just go to the blank and quickly want to fill in. Give yourself a chance to read. Check for the units. Understand? First thing to do. For the workbook, it gave you already the units and the clues. In the exam time, you have to look for the clues yourself. Understand? So I'll just go through one, for example. Rabi starting at north. If Rabi wants to face the playground, which is here, and is going in this direction clockwise, and on this side, if it's going this direction, is anti-clockwise. That means against the turn hand of the clock. Whereas this is going clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. So if it's going to go turn clockwise, the angle will be from north, the path will be from north clockwise to the playground, it will be 90 degrees. Is that all right? Okay, look at one that says anti-clockwise. If starting from north, that's stated if starting from north, going to the stadium in the anti-clockwise manner. There will be 45, 90, 135, 180, 200 and 680 plus 45, 225. Is that correct? Okay. Stadium. Okay. All right. So don't forget the units, degrees. If you forget to write the degree symbol, that's minus half mark for each answer written. Okay. Moving on. Okay. On this page, you try at home, right? So I'll leave you to do it. Okay. On page 161, there is a compass drawn here. It means this is in the north direction. So Sembawang is at north. Taking this as the midpoint. And this as north. So, naughty elephant spray water, is it? Is that what you say? Okay. So you have northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. So this is southeast. Is this all right? Okay. Not too difficult. Everything seems quite alright, manageable until it reaches the level 2 word problems, right? And the important part is for questions like these. This is a map of the amusement park giving the directions. The focus is saying, looking at the word of the. So this is east of, is a direction of where. So it's a reference point. Referring to the Ferris wheel, for example, the first one here, 162. So the question here says, if I refer to the Ferris wheel as north, where is the magic show corner? That's what it means. So I look at it, the Ferris wheel is at the what direction of the wave pool? So this is where I will regard as the point of center. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I'll bring my compass point, my compass. So well, I think when we are done with the exams, we got a chance to go for our outdoor education for PE. Now I will bring on the school map for you, and then we will play with the compass and go out, like orienteering around the place. If you are in Scouts, you'll probably be quite good at this also. Yes, because it is one of their key skills. All right, in outdoor education, you need to be able to use the compass well. Hopefully, when we start to have the camp in the later part of this year, you get to play as well in orienteering. Yeah, 25th May. Oh, before the week 9, week 10, the week after next week. Okay, that's cool. So slowly more and more things are resuming. Okay, so moving on here. So the actual real situation is when I want to visit a place or when I want to tell a direction. Now, have you heard of GPS on the app? Have you ever seen your parents using GPS? Okay, or have you any of your parents ordered Grab before? Be it Grab food or Grab ride, or any of you went to help out as a, or you can't. Maybe your parents are doing Foodpanda or Grab. Yes, you will see them use this a lot, right? Yes. Your father don't. Oh, he doesn't need. Oh, that means he's very good direction sense, right? Yeah. Now, so if you ever see those, you hear this voice. Yes. Sometimes you can choose the voice actually on the app. Okay. Yeah, to help you read out. So it's AI, AI. Turn left. In 500 meters, turn right. Right, yeah, right? And then you can choose different language also. Right? You can choose different language. Okay, but before all these can be invented, you need to have the knowledge. Okay, if you are at the forest, especially when you're in a nice place like Pulau Ubin in the nature, there might be certain areas that there's no connection. Or one day you are stranded without your phone, and you are left with just a map, and you have to find a way out. Or you are in the army, okay, and you are going in the forest. Yes. So you need to know how to tell direction. Okay, imagine you are leading a troop of people. And then you lead the troop of people to go, hey, or you go just hang out with your friends and say, I don't want to go cafe hopping. There's this cafe that is a team cafe. Hello Kitty. Then you tell your parents, I want to go to this Hello Kitty cafe. It's there. You know, you go there, the cafe is there. Or sometimes you're driving, your parents may be driving, and then the passenger goes, there, here. Their directions are not very clear, they don't know where to go. Up there, down there, here, there, right, left. So you need to be very clear with your instructions. Here's a square grid. Now, this square grid is the basis of a lot of maps. When you are going to the Navy, especially, drive ships, cruise, they will have the grids like this, the coordinates of the sea. Okay, if you see a globe, you will see that also, right? The atlas, yes. Wow. So they will have some directions too. Okay. So Janice, or you go to the escape room, play an escape room game. And then you cannot tell the directions. The escape room have a series of problems for you to answer. And you stuck there, cannot answer. Okay, Janice has to run along the grid to reach the exit. Now, where's the exit? Don't know where. The clues help you to trace the route from the start point. Jenny's face east. She turns. Start point, huh? She start at east. She turns and runs as follows. At first, she faced here. Like me draw like her eye like that, okay? The eyeball. Have you seen the science question that draws you the eyeball? Then with the eyelash. Okay, the eyeball here. She faces east. She turns north and runs 3 units. One, two, three. Then she turned east. So her eyeball is here now. Then she turned east and runs 3 units. Then turns north again and run 2 more units. Right? Then she turned west and ran 2 units. So you just have to follow the direction. And you can understand this one? Is it very difficult? No, Okay, then I skip, You try the rest on your own? Yeah. Okay, here. Okay, this is also another typical question that comes out in the problem. Ravi is at point A and Peter is at point B. Are we okay? I move on already. So you are able to try this on your own. Okay, later during the Zoom lesson, I will show you the answer, okay? You try on your own, then I'll show you the answer. Okay, here. Ravi is at point A. Peter is at point B. Both of them are facing north. So Peter also facing north. So I draw the eyeball facing north. A bit scary, this person. The eyeball so big on the head. Like some monster. Okay, better don't draw it. So scary. My imaginations made me feel scared. Okay. Just draw the eyeball. Peter facing north. Ravi also facing north. Okay. They have to avoid the water puddles to meet here at this point. In 4 steps, get Peter to reach point P. First one, turn west, walk 2 units. West, so face this side. Okay, to help myself, I always just write the compass point completely. So the eyeball facing here now. 2 units. Step 1. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so I go north, turn to west, west turn to south, south turn to west, west turn to south. Is that okay? So I go turn for P, point Peter. Peter west turn 2 units. Then after that, turn south, walk 1, 2, 2 units. Then after that, turn west, walk 3 units. Okay, then the last one, turn south again. Is it okay? Okay? Does the eyeball help? No? I like it in the sense that imagine there's a little birdie. And then he fly, and turn, fly, turn, fly. Yeah, it can be Jake, it can be a squirrel also. Yeah. You know, if you imagine like a story, this is Peter's eye, and like that. Alright. Now imagine like the story. There you go. It's a little easier. Okay, so this one you can do by yourself. Ravi, there are more than one way to do it. Oh, yeah? I move on? Okay, move on here. Letter Z based on the measurements. You see, yeah? Protractor, ruler to draw letter Z based on the measurements. Here, there's A, B, C, C, D. So the Z is supposed to look something like that. If say A, B, C, angle ABC 50 degrees. AB is 8 centimeter. BC is 12 centimeter. BCD, this is 50 degrees. This is 8 centimeter. Supposed to look something like that. Does this diagram looks sound to you? This is, I do an estimation, but of course the measurement is wrong. But it looks something like that. Anybody tried this already? Can you try this? Okay. It looks something like this. AB is 8 centimeter. Angle ABC is 50 degrees. BC is 12 centimeter. BCD is 50 degrees. Angle and then CD is 8 centimeter. Yeah, just ignore it. It's okay. As long as it doesn't sweep your head, I think it's fine. You got a nice little gentle breeze at your crown. You feel like an angel, don't you? Okay. Yeah, so it looks like this. You got all the space here. Okay, the last one. Now, the time here shows you how a different topic can be put together with a topic like angles. So like time and angles, directions and angles, because the ideas of directions, the idea of clock face, the direction, the ideas of the hands moving in a certain way, that tells you the clockwise or anti-clockwise, that tells you the directions. So the story goes with Amy's clock running out of battery. It shows you 2:30, but the actual time should be 3:15. She puts a new battery in the clock. Explain how she adjusts the minute hand to show the actual time. So minute hand has to turn either this way or this way, right? But can it be this way? No, why? Yes, the clock hand, the time will go backwards instead. So you need to turn this way. So if I go with the turn, the direction, is it anti or anti-clockwise or clockwise? The angle in degrees. Are you able to answer? Yeah. Is this difficult? No. If that's not difficult, we have come to the end of this chapter. You try these questions on your own. Later on during Zoom, I will flash the answers for some of them. Okay? I will not be able to mark this already before tomorrow. So you have to really be able to understand what I'm saying. And later on during Zoom, you can check your answers. Is that okay? Now, how do you feel about this chapter? Is it okay, manageable? Okay, then is it as hard as fractions or easier? Easier. Okay, let's say I'm gonna stop here now. Please complete the work on angles on your own. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this. Okay, tell me, I had the start time and end time. Did you diligently write down the start time and end time like I told you? I didn't. How many of you did it by yourself? All this by yourself? As in sitting myself down to do it. Very good. How many of you sit down to do it and you got your parents to help you, to watch your time for you? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay. How many of you did it, but honestly didn't really follow the time? I like did part of it here, then I went toilet, then after that I went to eat, then I come back and then do again. You didn't really follow. Okay, never mind. Good try, good try. Now, honestly, who didn't do? Oh, okay. All right. And the next question is, how are you going to be ready for tomorrow's exam? Okay. All right. Now, final statements here. Later on, I'll be going through. Not impossible the whole paper. I will go through the answers for all the MCQ, especially, but I'll only go through some of the questions that most of you got it wrong. Is that understood? Now, for those of you who have not completed or not tried, please. Wow. Are you listening? Please try the paper. After school, you have until 2:30 before my Zoom lesson. Give it a try. Even after my Zoom lesson, 4 o'clock tonight, you can still try. Is that okay? Is that okay, Kaisa? Give it a try. Those of you who have already completed, then my quest for you. You have a goal here. Have you written a goal? Do it. Then go through the questions that you have completed previously. Think about which topic the question is for. Okay? Whether you think that the question is okay or not. I put a question mark on the questions you feel that was difficult. And I'll go through the ones that you put a question mark. Is that okay? Okay. At the end of all the questions, let's say MCQ, there are 18 questions altogether. Then I would like you to ask yourself, out of these 18 questions, how many was okay and how many was difficult? With that, you can roughly estimate the marks that you may be achieving. Okay? Now, the marks is one thing. The other is really whether you put in the effort to do it. I urge you to try your best. Okay? All right, I see you afterwards for Zoom lesson.